Right. So I think I just mentioned earlier that it's all not just about building a minimum viable product and taking it in stages, but also about finding the most viable team to build it, and thirdly, the most viable infrastructure, because the infrastructure can actually burn all your finances away, right? In practically hours if you're not careful with it. More importantly, I think you need to adapt to a new way of building applications. Earlier, you used to build the application in isolation and then distribute it or deploy it onto infrastructure. I think with cloud and for AWS in particular, that whole paradigm is changing or has already changed. So what we have always thought of while we build our applications is that we are bringing in application capabilities into our infrastructure capabilities into our applications. So they're like function calls and libraries today, right? So I think that's the biggest change and the biggest advantage that AWS offers you, that you can actually bake in infrastructure, you can actually bake in scalability into your application. So your application is not just aware of where it is going to be installed, it can actually create that infrastructure on the fly. And that's how we think. That's why we are able to support 8 large studios, building large games which can scale. Today, for example, we have a game which is Real Steel, built by Jump Games, which has about 30,000 daily users, daily active users. Each active user generates about 250 API calls in a single 10-minute period. So in a day, we are handling upwards of 5 million API calls for just one game, right? And there's just 2 of us. So, and we can sleep peacefully at night, right? That's because of auto scaling. That's because of the various different redundancies which are available. And I think that's the core that you need to really understand and adapt to and include into your development process and how you architect your solution.